All right, well, the Florida Theater presents Untold Stories Cloud. So we've got Barbara Colacello. She's the artistic director of Untold Stories and Babs Lab, and Ron Shreve, a storyteller for Cloud. Thank you so much for joining us. Nice to meet you and good to see you again.
Yeah. Good to see you.
All right, for folks who maybe never heard of this, although you do it annually, right, and it's a series, so I'm sure they have, but if they haven't been able to attend, what exactly is this series?
It is to bring community together over story. And so it's quarterly. We have 3 more coming. We're in our 4th season. And it's people sharing their lived experience. And they're all connected to Jacksonville in some way.
Okay, and so Ron, tell us a little bit about your story and why you wanted to get involved.
Well, I've known Babs for a while, and I happen to be the education director of Theater Jacksonville in San Marcos, so I do theater, so I tell other people's stories on the daily basis.
Right.
But as a performer, to tell your own story is a bit of a challenge, and I challenge my students all the time, so I was willing to meet this challenge head on, to be brave.
Right, so can you tell us a little bit of what I know you don't want to give everything away because you want them to come, but like what is the theme of your story? I know Cloud is the theme overall.
Cloud is the overall theme. My story happens to be about like how I became an educator and how I learned that when I thought my brain worked a little differently when I was a child, and then I realized that it became my superpower to teach other kids how to make sure that their brains are not, they're normal, they are special. So.
Yeah, and what would you say, Barbara, that makes this series so special? Why is it important for Jacksonville?
It is extremely important at this time for people to get together and listen to open-hearted stories. It's very inspirational. There's always this amazing resilience as I work with the storytellers. I'm just, I just can't believe they're like their histories. Right. And they'll say, I never told a story to anybody, and that's why it's Untold. Right, exactly.
Oh, wow.
But it's introspective, but it's fun too. There's a lot of laughing and camaraderie. We have music. We have beautiful musical guests so we weave the music, and it's all been inspired by the theme of Cloud.
And yeah, so describe the theme exactly. Like you gave them the theme, and then they just have to. I mean, is it airy and light, or like what are we trying to?
That's their interpretation.
Okay, it's
The
interpretation.
themes this year I picked wave, cloud, trail, and route, and they all are verbs. And I just thought about Jacksonville, and I think about our amazing, skies, and I thought of Emerald Trail coming up. But that doesn't mean that, people will take trail and somebody really journeys a lot. Cloud, people are talking about the dark clouds, growing from the cloud, feeling airy and light. They interpret, and that's what I like, because you want a variety, but at the end of the evening, you feel very connected. It's the story of Cloud connected to Jacksonville. So you're like, wow, I didn't know that was going on, at the beach. I didn't know this is going on. It's that kind of thing.
So how can folks get more information or tickets?
Just go to Florida Theater, Untold Stories.
Okay.
There's a podcast, Untold Stories, by the way, if you want to get an idea of what kind of stories we're telling. Best thing to do, tip, call the box office directly. You can find that information on the website. They will help you out, and you save $10 service fee. So, and I get to host the event, and I have real fun with it.
Yes, I'm sure you are. Thank you both so much for joining us today. And I don't want to say good luck because you're theater, so break a leg. I hope it goes very well.
Thank you.
All right, David, what do we